What's up, everyone? Justin Graver here again with another breakdown for the Music City Audible YouTube channel. And today I want to look at Will Levis in Week 12 against the Carolina Panthers. In particular, I want to look at the drive where Will Levis went 7 for 7, led a 91-yard touchdown drive in this game, one of 2 touchdown drives for the Titans in this game. And afterwards, we'll look at a few other plays. So let's get into it. Okay, the first play we're going to look at here, second play of the drive. First play was a handoff for 5 yards. And one thing you'll see here, Panthers bring a blitz. Will Levis, as soon as his back foot hits the top of his drop, he is firing the ball to the sideline. Decisive throw, accurate, with zip as the defensive back comes down on the ball here. He's got no chance at it because the ball is there in time, right to Nick Westbrook-Akina, who goes out of bounds and picks up the first down. It's a pretty simple route combination here. You'll see mirrored routes going out route, sit route on this side. Same thing on the bottom of your screen. Little out route, little sit route from the tight end. Panthers bring this defensive back on a blitz. Derrick Henry steps up and picks that blitz up, so there's no real threat of a pass rush here. Will Levis, like I said, as soon as his back foot hits the top of his drop, he is firing that ball. A really nice play, simple play, but nice and effective. You like to see your quarterback be decisive and accurate, and it's great to see the youngster do that here to start this drive. Okay, jumping ahead a few plays here. It's 3rd and 12 now after a false start by Dylan Radins. Radins got beat for a sack and then false started on the next play. So here is 3rd and 12. Titans trying to convert to keep this drive moving, and Levis delivers a ball to DeAndre Hopkins again. On time, on target, decisive and accurate. Receives the snap, 1-2, back foot, plant, fire, and you get it to Hopkins here. Titans have like a little double slant concept at the top of the screen. Hopkins with a slant, and the inside receiver also running a pretty similar route. Attacking this zone coverage, Hopkins gets in this little hole here, and Levis fires it to him, allowing Hopkins to run a little bit after the catch. You'd love this play to pick up the first down, but it's as close as it's going to get, typically, unless Hopkins can shed a tackle. One more time from the end zone camera here. Again, Levis, snap, 1-2, bang, fire. Nice throw to Hopkins there. Hits him right in the hands, in stride. Defender on his back hip, can't make a play on the ball. And the Titans get so close to the first down. And the thing I love about this drive is the aggressiveness. The Titans go for it here on 4th and 1 after this completion at their own 30-yard line in a 0-0 game. And they pick it up, which kept this drive moving, which is really important because these false start penalties have been drive killers for the Titans, but Will Levis able to overcome. Next play after the first down, this is a really interesting concept. So we'll watch it one time. Maybe you'll notice what I see here, but you have an extremely soft cushion here on the outside. That's Chris Moore at the top of your screen. About 9 or 10 yards of cushion here, and Moore's just going to run a little quick speed out to the sideline here. On the other side, though, you'll see some pulling offensive linemen and some action back here, and watch Derrick Henry, who frankly isn't sure if he's going to get the ball or not on this play, because this is really an RPO. It's an RPO based on the coverage and based on the front. So Will Levis could hand this off to Henry. You see the offensive lineman here pulling around. You see this fullback-esque type player coming up to make a block in the run game. Receiver here is making a block, but the offensive linemen stay at the line of scrimmage. They don't get caught with the illegal man downfield. And this is a play that Levis, if he sees this cushion on the outside, it's fully up to him to check, or not even check, or just to adjust. And instead of giving the ball to Henry here, most of these players think this is probably a run play with the option to convert it into a pass outside here. And Levis reads this perfectly, sees the big cushion, and decides he's going to fire it to Chris Moore. Again, decisive, accurate, just a nice play all around. We see this throughout the drive from Will Levis. Decisive, accurate, confident, trusting what he sees, trusting his eyes. And the drive continues here, setting up a 2nd and short. All right, jumping a couple plays ahead here after a run on 2nd down. It's 3rd and 3. And Will Levis needing to convert this 3rd down to keep the drive alive. Another example of him being decisive and accurate with the ball. And this one is particularly nice because this is an anticipation throw. Something every quarterback at this level needs to be able to do is throw with anticipation. If you watch Levis and Moore here at the same time, you'll see Levis is starting to throw the ball now. Chris Moore still has his back to his quarterback. That's anticipation. Levis knows he's about to break outside and look back for the ball, well past the first down marker, which is all the way back at the 43-yard line here. And Levis already firing the ball before his receiver comes out of his break. That is called throwing with anticipation, and it's a nice, accurate ball at the sideline again. 3 straight nice throws by Will Levis to get this drive moving and to keep this drive going here on a 3rd and 3 from near midfield. Fires and completion. All right, next play, 1st and 10, another first down, and we have an empty set here for the offense. Basically telling the defense this is going to be pass. Defense running a lot of zone coverage here, and this one is kind of weird. It's a nice play at the end of the day. Levis delivers an accurate ball again. It's not necessarily a timely one. He doesn't throw this as he hits the top of his drop, and he moves in the pocket. He's drifting in the pocket, trying to get himself a free passing lane to throw to Josh Whyle. We can see this better from the end zone camera here. So Wiley's just going to run a little over route here. It's only a 3-man rush from the defense. This defender, Brian Burns, is going to drop back into coverage. So Levis, feeling that the rush is coming mostly from the right side, is himself going to sort of drift to the left, allowing Josh Whyle to clear some of this congestion in the middle, some of these linebackers in zone coverage. And as Whyle is coming free, Levis is able to get him the ball. And that's the reason that you see him drift to the left here, is to create a more open passing lane so he's not throwing between linebackers. I don't necessarily think he needs to do this. It gives him a straight-on throw to Whyle, but really there's no need to to drift this much in the pocket, especially when you have only a 3-man pass rush. What you do here to your offensive line is you make it a little more difficult, because if he stayed here in the middle of the pocket, you have a really nice pass protection on this play. Dylan Radin's doing a nice job one-on-one. Everyone else in a double team here, because, again, only a 3-man rush. This throw would be there from the center of the pocket. He does not need to drift to his left. Again, he's probably doing it because he senses that the only one-on-one rush is coming from his right side, so he buys himself a little extra time. And also, again, creating a clear passing lane here between these linebackers, these defensive ends, the safeties back here. Gives himself a nice clear window to throw this ball. In the future, you'd probably prefer him not to drift to his left the way he does here. Now, if this rusher was coming around the edge, sure, drift as much as you want to get away from the pressure, but it makes the job on the left tackle and the left guard a bit more difficult, because this pass rusher was trying to come in this way towards the middle of the pocket. He got stonewalled. As Levis moves to his left, this pass rusher has a chance to sort of get around, but Levis gets rid of the ball before that becomes an issue. And again, it's another first down conversion for the Titans. All right, the last play we're going to look at from this drive is probably Will Levis's best play of the game. You got a play action look here, and Levis does an unbelievable job of feeling the pressure and getting rid of the ball, throwing it, again, accurate, on time to his target, who has a clear matchup advantage, gets wide open, streaking down the field. That's Chigakonkwo running a wheel route out of the backfield. Let's look at how this was set up. So you have Hopkins running sort of a crossing over route to sort of clear out this safety and this defender here to take them out of the play. And then Chigakonkwo off the play action is going to come up out of the backfield on this little wheel route. And you have this linebacker who comes down on the play action, seeing the potential run, tries to come downhill, and then is forced to turn around and try to catch up to Chigakonkwo. He's no match there. That's going to be a mismatch that the Titans like every single time. Jalen Duncan, this is probably his worst rep of the game. He gets beat around the edge fairly quickly off of play action here. And Levis, it looks like, watching this live, I'm sure we all thought Will Levis was about to take a sack. And at the very last second, he throws the ball out. Nice touch on the ball to get it out there where Chig can make the catch without having to make really any adjustment, allowing him to run under the ball and make that catch down at the 1-yard line. Chigakonkwo so close to scoring on this play, but he just barely gets tackled at the 1. Levis gets that ball out right as the pressure is getting to him. A nice play all around. We'll see it again from the end zone camera. This one really shows just how close this pressure was to getting to Levis. Again, Jalen Duncan on play action gets beat pretty much instantly on the outside here. As Levis fakes the handoff, he turns. You think he might not even sense this pressure, but he knows he's got to get rid of the ball. Right as the defender is coming into him, he knows he's going to take a hit on this play, but he still lays the ball out there for Okonkwo to get down to the 1-yard line. Titans score on the next play. All right, we're going to look at a couple more plays from this game. Two plays where Levis needs to be better, in my opinion. So this first one, towards the end of the first half, this is the play where Tajay Spears gets hit hard trying to make this catch. Another wheel route where the Titans are trying to get their running back matched up on a linebacker here, and they get the matchup they want. So it's Tajay Spears coming out of the backfield on this wheel route, and Levis makes the right read on this play, and he throws an accurate ball. The thing you don't want to see him do, though, is lay that ball up there with so much air under it that it allows the defensive back, the safety, to come over and lay this hit on Tajay. You'd like to see this ball thrown with a little bit less arc, a little bit more zip, flattened out. He could fire it here with some zip. You have this natural pick play from DeAndre Hopkins right here, sort of screening this linebacker, preventing him from getting through this mud so that Spears can get open outside. Hopkins was almost flagged for this, but because he's within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, it's actually a legal pick play. There's nothing wrong with making contact here within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage. But Levis has a chance, and I'll show you the exact moment here. Right here, Levis is firing the ball. You can see him with his arm cocked about to throw it, but he really lays this up there when he could just throw this on a line, hit Spears right as he comes across this muck, hit Spears with the ball here and allow him to run after catch, allow him to try to make a move on this safety. Instead, this ball has a ton of air under it. Spears tries to make the catch right as the safety's coming in, and who lays a big hit. The flag for unnecessary roughness was picked up, so this did end the drive for the Titans. Levis just needs to put a little more zip on this ball. It's something he'll learn. It's not a huge problem. Like I said, it's a good decision. He made the right read. He threw the ball accurately. It just has too much air under it for the NFL where these big hits come. You can't let your receiver, or in this case running back, your target, you can't lay them out to dry like this and allow them to take such a big hit. So that is on the quarterback. Okay, last play we're going to look at here is another miss from Levis, and this is a miss in two regards. He misses the actual throw, trying to hit Kyle Phillips on this crossing route, but he also misses a wide open DeAndre Hopkins running with what would have been a touchdown. And it's odd because we've seen Levis in these situations throw to Hopkins when he was just a clear out guy. He wasn't really the read on the play, and because of the matchup, because of the coverage, we've seen Levis get the ball to him. This is one where he should have thrown the ball to Hopkins. I don't know if Hopkins was running a clear out and he wasn't really a read on the play, but you got to have the sight adjustment for what the safety's doing to know you can get it to Hopkins. So Hopkins is going to run a go route, gives a little move at the top here to get inside leverage on this defender, and he's wide open streaking down the field. Kyle Phillips has a little crossing route, navigating through this muck, and gets open outside. And Phillips is open, but you'll see Levis actually influences the safety, and I'm not sure why he doesn't throw this ball. Maybe he feels like the pressure is coming down too hard and he doesn't have time to get rid of it, but if we watch this in slow-mo, we'll see exactly when Levis should have and could have thrown this ball to Hopkins. So, again, keep your eye on this safety back here. The safety at some point is going to break downhill, and Phillips is running through all this traffic. It's fairly good pass protection. Hopkins is going to get open. You'll see him stick his hand up saying, "Throw me the ball, I'm open," and Levis just doesn't get it to him. So right here, the safety, shoulders downhill, still backpedaling, but now he's worried about that deep out or that deep route from Chris Moore outside. So you can see him starting to come this way. Hopkins hasn't cleared his man yet, so they're still reading the play, reading the routes developing down the field. But right here, Levis gives a little shrug. Look, Levis is looking at Hopkins right here. Hopkins now has the step and he has the leverage. At this point, you got to let this ball fly. The safety is coming this direction. There's no reason not to throw this ball to DeAndre Hopkins right here. So I'm not sure why Levis comes off of it and then tries to fit this into Kyle Phillips. A tough throw, a tough angle to make that throw to get it away from the defender and into Phillips' hands. It's just so weird that Levis doesn't let this ball fly. Again, you'll see him right here do that little shoulder hitch thing. Look, he's about to throw it, and then he comes off of it and tries to hit Phillips, who does have leverage against a linebacker whose back is to the quarterback. Like, if this is a perfect throw, maybe you can get this into Phillips. I don't hate the decision there to try to hit him. And this is something that, we've been talking about Levis needing to work on, is not always going for the deep ball when you have an open option underneath. This is pretty similar to that play where Levis threw the ball downfield to Treylon Burks on a 4th down when he had Kyle Phillips open underneath on a similar route. The difference is he doesn't really have Kyle Phillips open here, and he does have DeAndre Hopkins open. So it's a learning moment, definitely a teaching moment. Will Levis trying to find that balance between when to attack deep and when to take the underneath route. This time he should have gone deep instead of going for the underneath guy. All right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.